Hello everyone, great to see you all. I am Yan and I've been making reaction videos quite recently. Well, I mean more consistently, but I also dance and sing for fun. So yeah, I've been finding different hobbies during this time. So I hope you will find something enjoyable too. Today we are going to be listening to a comeback by Treasure, and lo and behold, their comeback song is also called My Treasure. So I think it'll be a very sweet song towards maybe fans or viewers. Usually they have very upbeat, complicated choreography, but for this time around, I'm not sure. Maybe they're still continuing on with that type of concept or that type of dancing. Maybe they'll change it up a bit. We will find out right now. Alright, so it seems pretty foggy and blurry at the moment, so not a whole lot of observations that I can mention at the moment, but let's enjoy it right now.
지친 하늘빛 해는 잠들고 바람이 불면 다 지나가고 있어 꿈에서 깬 듯 다시 새롭게 It's alright 잘 될 거야 착해 마음이 답답해 숨을 쉴 수가 없잖아 I wanna go back to the good times 가슴만 나와 가볍게 아무 노래나 틀어놓고 너와 춤추고 싶어 비가 그치면 밝은 하늘이 우리를 기다리듯 더 좋은 날이 밝아올 거야 겨울 끝에 봄이 와 가는 길 너리는 꽃필 거야 나 보란 듯이 It's gonna be alright Come on 분위기가 너무 딥해 행복의 감정을 느껴워 내 oasis 필요해 하늘에 pray I can't believe 항상 그랬듯이 웃음을 잃지만 절대로 돌아오겠지 행복하던 그날 그대로 We gonna be okay 비가 치고 맑은 날이 올 때 우린 행복해질 거야 언제나 내게 와 손을 잡아 눈물조차 힘이 될 거야 아무 걱정하지 마 네 맘대로 멋대로 즐기는 거야 넌 보란 듯이 Gonna be alright Come on 걱정 마 한 번 더 뜨겁게 웃어줘 뜨겁게 웃을 때 더 예뻐 넌 기분에 우린 결국 빛날 테니 감은 눈을 떠 You're the only one treasure 짙은 새벽 지나 잠들었던 내가 떠올라 우리를 비추며 시들었던 행복과 잊지 못한 사랑이 다시 자라날 테니 Never give up My treasure All we need is love 걱정 마 한 번 더 뜨겁게 웃어줘 웃을 때 더 예뻐 넌 Keep it just for me 너는 더 빛날 테니 You're the only one You're my treasure 안 되면 어때 다시 시작해 돈 안 잃지 마요 내일이 올 때 빛나는 존재 You're the only one treasure 못하면 어때 다시 시작해 크게 웃어봐요 내일이 올 때 빛나는 존재 You're the only one treasure
Okay, even though I didn't know what they were saying in Korean, I feel like this MV portrayed what they wanted to say, and I am amazed by this MV with the transitions and of course the members themselves and just everything in between. I thought this is a very encouraging MV. Like I said, I didn't know what they were saying, but I think the MV, the scenes were able to support what the lyrics are saying. So if I'm a little off, let me know. I usually check the translations and the lyrics afterwards, so I want to see what I can get out of based on what I, notice in the MV. I know my face is blocking the smiley face, or if you look the other way, a frowny face. So we see this one member, I don't know the members' names, sorry, not yet. But we see him waking up with a glimmer of light on his hand, and that's actually foreshadowing later on in the MV with the student studying and a kid lying on like the carpet. So it's like a sign of hope. And so the most fascinating thing that happened was I thought it was Transformer, like the car or the bus was transforming, but the transition was phenomenal. Every part, it linked with the next scene, it linked with the next members who were part of that scene. It was great. So then he landed on his bed, but then his bed was actually not a real bed. He started melting and falling into another scene. And here we see another member, one of the rappers, I assume. He's larger than the city, right? So a lot of things in different comparisons and sizes and textures. And there was just a lot of things to look at, but it wasn't overwhelming because it gave us time to look at it. And they went back to certain scenes so we can enjoy it or comprehend it a little bit more. So I was a little confused of this scene first, but then we were able to go back to it. All the members were very bright and colorful for most of the MV. And here we see a model of what looked like the city we just saw. And then we see a lot of flowers that are larger than typical flowers you see, right? And I think there's a lot of flowers going on throughout the MV as well. Their masks are flowers instead of like an actual mask, which was very creative. Everyone is larger or if not the same size as the tallest buildings in that city. Again, that's like probably the same city as the rapper, but his was more of a nighttime feel and definitely more CG effects as all these buildings are currently white instead of darker with the lights shining within the buildings and within the windows. We see a lot of members transitioning in and out and just seeing great faces. We see also other people, covering up and blocking the windows. We don't know why just yet. And there's just a lot of symbolism, but it's also quite clear as you continue to watch the MV or as the story unfolds. This is like one of my favorite scenes too. We see some clouds in the sky with the transition. There's so many transitions. I don't think I can touch all of them. So I'll try and cover as many as I can for the time being. He opened up a book, right? And there's a lot of books and pages related in this MV as well as people were reading books. And then he got out of this page and into the flowery streets, into the sky or clear skies. And as you can see, if I click play a little bit, flowers bloomed, right? And then he's in the city like a normal person, like size-wise, everything looks fairly normal, at least for his part. And then we just see lots of flowers again, which can just mean hopeful and, everything will be back the way it is, or the cycle will come back and flowers will bloom during spring, like it's going to be natural. And we see the members dancing in this setting and they all look great, in sync, beautiful, fun, cute moments, especially they're pretty young too. Just encouraging boys dancing. And this setting seems to be a very pink and purple, so it has that toy kind of a feel in my opinion, and it's just to lighten your day. If you are gloomy or tired or frustrated or upset, watching this will definitely make you feel better. And here we see books. So this is the setting, which is the classroom, where the backup dancers or other actors and actresses covered this up, and then there are books stacked up everywhere and they're dancing around it. Yeah, and so we see a lot of repetition going on. The rapper is back. At this time, the buildings are still more white and clear, but we see that he can wander around and kind of be in the way, right? The cars were driving by, but they almost crashed too, except they should be in different lanes. But anyways, let's not get picky there. So again, we have the chance to see the scene again if we were confused in the very beginning. Of course, this is not a normal world as the moon is very close. The roads are in different directions and the stars are very close as well. So we can tell it's a very magical place. And this rapper right here, he broke a mirror. And then he did a few other things too, but I like the transition, which I have trouble showing. But he is in the bathtub with a lot of sunflowers around him, and he's just enjoying his time. So usually when a mirror cracks, right, you have like 7 years of bad luck, so to speak. I don't really believe in that, but that's just a saying. And usually people would freak out, like, oh no, but he's like, that's all right. I'm just gonna take a bath with my 2 rubber duckies and play with the soap and then be surrounded by sunflowers. It's gonna be fine. And yeah, so we see a lot of members everywhere. They each have their own little parts. He had a car and it transitioned. The smiley faces were definitely everywhere. And we also get to see them with a huge cake in the back, and as well as, different clothing, different outfits, still very bright and colorful and vibrant. This scene right here, I was like, why is he covering his ears when paper is just flying out and about? And so I didn't really get that in the beginning. However, we were able to see, a little kid, maybe it's her birthday, however, there could be arguments at home. There could be anger, sadness, or hatred when it's supposed to be celebratory or something happy should happen, but not for this scenario. And I'm sure many people during this time have encountered or experienced something similar where we should be looking forward to something and be happy, and yet there are things that are making us upset or frustrated. And we also see students working hard even in the midst of COVID, right? 6 feet apart, not talking to each other, keeping distance, being safe, but doing your work. So this area dimmed a lot more than when Treasure was there. So definitely the mood is very tense and very uncomfortable. And so we also see a scene where when the members transition into a little boy, who looks lonely and tired and exhausted. Again, the lighting is dark, so it's the feeling of maybe sadness. And again, this is happening worldwide. So it is unfortunate. However, if we keep transitioning, there's lights, there's stars, their hearts starting to glow, right? So it's a sign of hope, a sign of it will get better, we will get through this together, and remember you're not alone. So I think that is just a very great way to end the song because it's very positive, it's very encouraging and motivating that we will get through this together. You are very precious to those around you. And I think they're portraying that, and they're partying on that huge cake. And so they were able to show some cute moments of each other. And I like the dance move of, like, I forgot what it is, and then Treasure, something like that. Da, 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 da. And so I thought that was great and, again, encouraging and positive as well. So yeah, I really enjoyed this MV. Great story, great purpose and theme as well. So continue to support Treasure and listen to my Treasure. I know they have like over 8 million views already, but I think it's going to just make your mood lift up after watching them and watching this MV. So yeah, take care everyone, and I will see you in another video.